Absolutely.
Oh my God. And who would have thought this whole debacle started all out with Adam?
Mm-hmm.
And Savannah said that she hated Adam. I didn't
I couldn't
feel like
stand
that.
him. He got on my
I didn't
nerves.
hate him, but I
I didn't hate
definitely
him.
felt like he made really
He
bad
was
decisions.
annoying. He
Yes.
was annoying. Those decisions that he made, the choices that he made, definitely could get you on the like
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? He definitely underestimated her. I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
he was sitting up there thinking, "Oh, I'm a man," just because he got this. Mm, 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 mm.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely underestimated. Um, y'all, I want to know who was y'all MVP of this episode. Um, for me, it's gonna be her.
I was gonna say Lee.
Absolutely.
Lee.
Lee is definitely the MVP of the episode. Tamika, tell me your feelings on what all she did and how she did it and all that good stuff. Break.
Yes, absolutely. Lee, listen, she came to fight for Dagon Eugene, okay? She really didn't even have that much experience in that area. And then, she didn't want to be back in the courtroom. She didn't want to be around these people, all of that. But she put all of that to the side and she just went Indian for him. It was like she gave him suggestions, but once he said, no, I want to fight, I want to stand up for my name and all that, she was like, okay, I got your back. She went toe to toe and she was giving it to them. I was like, they wasn't ready for Lee.
Not at all. Not
Yes.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Moochie, what you said she's your MVP as well. Any
Yeah, because the
Mm-hmm.
way she her determination to fight for this kid that had nobody.
Yes.
right,
And and she was determined that look, I'm gonna make sure you not getting like you don't because you don't deserve this. You had too much
Mm-hmm.
happen to you and you don't deserve this. So I like the fact that the way she pulled that off.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. It was. Let's see. Okay, y'all. Another MVP of this episode. When I tell you this boy had me in tears, like the fact when they came in and they were, you know, he wanted to be on the stand or whatever like that. I was like, ooh, they might can clip you up. I was like, but no. I'm just glad that he was able to follow the story and he was able to pick up the cues that they were because it hadn't really been discussed like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt like Michael Desiato, he, put the layup and you know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
he got it. He understood what was actually going on. So yeah, so that whole the trial scene when he was just MVP, he had like the best monologue, like
Mm-hmm.
on the trial when he said my parents, my parent and my siblings, my family, they had a
Mm-hmm.
name. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, oh my God, it was just so great or whatever how that went down. And then he had another good monologue where he was talking about, when they was talking about putting him in protective custody and him losing his name. And he said, that's all I got left with my family is my name.
Exactly.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it was just so
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, like I got so many different feels. Like this show, I definitely want to give it a 10 out of 10 because I mean the fact that you are just clamoring and want more, and they was able to do the story in a way where you could get more. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, like look, it started out as a limited series.
Right.
We got a whole season 2 that was phenomenal, and we still want more.
Yeah.
Even if Bryan Cranston doesn't want to do it anymore, we don't have to
Mm-hmm.
see him anymore. I feel
Right.
like kind of they
He's
tied that up
actually saying he
good.
doesn't want to do it anymore though.
Yeah, he didn't even want to do this. He came back really as a favor. So I think he's gone,
Wow.
but
But
I
did
think
you know
we
that
should at least get Little Mo and Big Mo. You know, I don't mind getting a little bit more into their story, and I guess see what Crazy Gina gonna be doing. She got to get some kind of payback. Like they could do that if they wanted to.
I think
yeah,
they should do a season 3. I really do, because for the simple fact is you got a lot of possibilities you could do with it.
Hmm.
And as far as how can I say it? As far as we want to know, I would want to know Big Mo's backstory, how she got Little
Yes,
Mo, all of
yes,
that. Why she
yes,
fell out with the sister. I would want to know all
right,
of that,
all of that.
yes,
because there's another sibling that's not being discussed.
right. And they
Yes,
So that
definitely piqued my interest with that part of the
yes,
story.
exactly. Especially when you met the sister.
Hmm.
yes.
And to know that they're not speaking, I want to know why. I'm
Hmm. Hey, Monique Nicole.
yeah, like I said, I want to
Yes,
know why. I'm
it is.
nosy.
So many untold stories. Absolutely.
Hmm.
And we definitely okay, so let's get on to this whole relationship right here. How did you feel about them coming back together? Sewing this storyline up, Big Mo and Little Mo back on good terms, and I felt like it felt right to me. It just felt right. It felt like that was kind of like, you know, it was a consequence that he had to have. And
Hmm.
his consequence, he paid the debt by putting her on to this whole coup that the guy was trying to do.
Right.
And he earned his spot back. He earned
Hmm.
his trust back with her. So how did y'all feel about that, Moochie?
I enjoyed that part because he could have really did her dirty.
He
He
could
could
have.
have really did her dirty, and he could have did her dirty where he would have been in charge.
Ooh,
Hmm.
that
Cause
is true.
that's how basically Chris
They was
was
trying to
kicking
roll.
it. Yeah, they was trying to kick it like that, but mm,
Yeah.
I feel like well, now Roderick's paid back, so that storyline is done. But they still gonna be doing business with him.
Hmm.
Right.
So, but then you don't know. It's so many different possibilities now that Gina Baxter is behind handling everything. And I'm saying, keep in mind what Michael Desiato said to Olympia, follow Carlo. So she could follow him and get him jammed up because he's so stupid and he think he know everything. But I would want to
Hmm.
see that, and then I thought for sure. I had did a prediction video and everything on it. I thought for sure that Carlo was gonna go back to jail. I
Right.
thought for
Yeah, I
sure.
remember you were saying that.
I thought for sure he was going to go back to jail, especially if Desiato told the truth on the stand.
Right.
Hmm.
And then
But all of
especially
that
since
didn't come out.
Right.
right. And because Michael Desiato has said that whole that what is it? Some other kind of gangster that kind of
Harry did. Oh, I did. If y'all, I don't know if y'all checked it out. Please do. I listed the whole. I did the whole Harry the Hook story
right, Harry the
in
Hook.
my video,
Hmm.
as well as explaining how he could end up going to jail. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that is a true story with Harry the Hook. He's a
Hmm.
Chicago gangster. Um, they had the judge in their pocket, and he got off with a murder, and then they found out that the judge was corrupt and everything, and boom,
It's
they
not too late. We want to see
Right.
y'all. We're telling you
Right.
what we want and what we can see. So I don't think it's too late. I don't think that, you know, I think the door is still open. But when I was going through my pictures, I know we don't like Carlo, okay? We don't like Carlo. Like, but I felt like he just had a rough, I mean, his mother, then his father. Like, oh God, it's like he didn't even stand a chance because of the way they was raising him. And I don't know, what did y'all have any kind of sympathy for Carlo towards the end of the season?
No, I didn't have no sympathy for him because I feel like he did the wrong thing when it came to Eugene. I thought either he was gonna have some type of arc when it came to that part, or I thought Eugene was just gonna take him out. And when Eugene didn't, I'm like, ah. And then when he went to the Dagon hospital, and of course, it was like on the one hand, I wasn't shocked. He made it seem like, oh yeah, he came at me. Da, da, da. When y'all actually followed him, he was protecting himself. And he's literally telling you, like, you took out my whole family. So I felt like that was a chance for him to kind of go another direction if he wanted to. At the same time, I can see that he was just doomed from the
Yeah.
start, especially with that crazy mother. And I started to kind of feel a little lenient with him when it came to his relationship with Fia, because it seemed like he would show a softer side when he was with her. So I was like, oh, this is a little different side we getting to him. But then it's like he snapped right back to usual business.
Yeah,
Business
I
as
thought he
usual.
was gonna have a little bit of a redeeming arc or something, but
Hmm.
he still ended up being that asshole that
Right.
all know that he is. Okay, okay.
Y'all are right though with Carlo. I once he lied and told his mother that that Eugene tried to shoot at him and he tried to kill him, and all he did was really talk to him and then drop the gun.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, he deserves whatever he gets
Yeah.
from this point. I wasn't
Hmm.
rooting for him. I don't feel sorry for him. I couldn't stand him. They wiped out this whole kid's family where it
Ooh,
wasn't even the right person y'all took out.
right.
So it was just I was just mad at this whole thing because they was ready and then I was mad at the lawyer because the prosecutor really wanted to get this kid life.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I think he is gonna be my douchebag.
Eh.
The yes of this series, this season, whatever. That DA, I did not like him at
Hmm.
at all. No, okay, okay. So now speaking of DAs, let's stick on the topics of our law enforcement, whatever these people. So Rosie Perez as Olivia. Moochie, give your best.
What do you want me to get? What do you want me to do? Give my best impression of her, or do you want me to just talk about how overzealous she was when she messed up her own case? How overzealous is she when she messed up her own case? Oh,
She,
now I'm
Hmm.
gonna be
yeah,
in what she said she was gonna be somewhere in Omaha somewhere.
exactly. How you feel about
Yeah, annoying.
Olivia's character?
Kendall said she was annoying.
Right. She crossed the line when she started talking to Thea.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
oh
that's what
no,
she messed up.
she done messed
She
Hmm.
up.
messed up her whole case because I know she mad at her father, but she ain't gonna put her father in jail.
Right,
Hmm.
right. Absolutely. Yeah, most people are saying the same thing. Yeah, he was heartless. Ugh, hated him. Um, she just had Fia had an episode. She was mad at Michael. Then she got
Hmm.
mad. Then she tried to go to Jimmy because of course she don't like Gina at all.
Hmm.
Like, oh my God. I'm like, that is the worst relationship. She
Hmm. Yeah,
saying,
Olivia was annoying from the beginning. I mean, I get you trying to close this case and you thinking you getting, the bigger one out the bunch and all that different type of stuff. Because I started to feel like, well, do her and Jimmy have a past? Is it a bigger motive here? Do she have some type of vendetta for something that happened? It just felt like it was so much more extra. But even before going to Fee, I think that was kind of like the icing on the cake, because just even how she was showing up in public all the time, popping up, she was acting as if people wouldn't see them. I thought that they was gonna see them together way before the situation even happened with Fia. And then once she did that, like I said, it just was like a bridge way too far. And she
right,
messed up the whole thing for her own self. I was like, girl, if you would have just calmed your butt down,
yeah,
you would have been all right.
right, right.
It was a hot mess.
Ron said he gives the finale a 10. It was fantastic. it was really, she was the biggest loser. I felt like I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, my heart went out to her because what was clear is that she was not that type of person. You
Yeah,
know,
she wasn't. And she kept saying this crazy family of mine. Like, what the heck?
exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I felt really, really bad for her. Yeah, so I see y'all are from Moochie and Tamika's channel. Hey y'all. Make sure you click that like button, subscribe. Make sure you well, look at the poll. Okay, the real
Oh
villain
wait, I
is
didn't even look
Gina.
at I didn't even see the
Oh, yeah,
poll.
let me do
Yeah.
the poll too.
The poll is, make sure y'all hit the poll. The real villain of this show is Gina Baxter.
I agree with that.
Now, one thing I want to say, I do want to give like kudos to this guy here. Oh my
Mm.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that he went through, just for his son. I was just like, it was heartbreaking, but I
Mm-hmm.
really do give kudos for him doing what was right.
Yes. Yeah, I
So,
figured he would at the end because I mean he was tormenting himself. He was ready to take himself out when we first seen him. He was looking all child, like he was just
yeah,
raggedy as I don't know what. He didn't care about nothing.
right.
And so, even though of course Eugene didn't mean to do it, but he killed his son, and they're gonna feel a way about that at the end. Or took himself out. Sorry, I don't know. But
No,
he still could feel compassion and know where he came from, and that he didn't do it on purpose. And then also all the things that he's done. So just having that guilt is like the least I could do is do this part because he told her like I can't lie, and she was like, well. If you can't lie, at least take the fifth or whatever. But I figured he was gonna spill all the beans out, and me and Moochie was discussing that once he did that, what the explosion was going to be and how it was going to affect everybody else that didn't know all the details of everything that happened. One was like, oh, this is going to be a mess. Leah going to
Mm-hmm.
know, the mother-in-law going to know, and. But
as he was talking, it felt like it was his bombs being exploded. I was like,
yes,
oh
I'm
my
sure he felt like it was a weight lifted off of him. And like
Yep.
Kendall had mentioned earlier in the chat, that she liked the part of him going to Lee, even though she didn't want to hear it, and she was kind of being disgusted with him and everything else, and giving her that insight to go look at that transcript. The fact that he remembered what happened that day and how that was gonna come in handy to help him. I was just like, oh,
yes, yes,
yeah, I like that moment.
yeah. Because
And it was all stuff they could use
Right.
because because it's court documented. He was sworn in.
Mm-hmm.
I said it the other day. I said it reminded me of my cousin Vinny moment when she found all the pictures. So that's
Yes.
what I liked about it. So
yeah,
I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was really cool.
yeah, he definitely does. He does.
Mm-hmm.
He's been through so much. Like like I said, it just all started with this accident. Like a freaking
Exactly.
accident that could change the course of
Several
just
people lives.
yes.
Hmm.
Yes, it was crazy. I knew that he was going to do the right thing when he had not the conversation because he wasn't talking to the baby, but the way it was like it felt like a goodbye to me almost.
Yeah.
I love you, and kind of like
Hmm.
I was like, oh, feel like something about to happen, something big, something big. So I felt like he was getting ready to, like, he had made his mind up at that point.
Right.
That's what he was going to go ahead and do.
Hmm. What's up, Brillo?
What's
Yes,
up,
hey
Brillo?
girls. So I
Yeah.
feel bad that this relationship ended because that's the only time that she was happy. Like,
Yes.
had some
I
genuine.
think they both got a little piece from each other. Like he was ready to give up until he found out about this baby and started being able to form the relationship with her. And she was getting peace away from her family. And initially, especially when he went and got the what was that, like a fund that he originally had for his son for school, and he gave her that. I was thinking she was gonna take that and use that, and that she would go with the big, but no, it didn't work that way. But yeah, I think they both had got a little piece with each other, and I was like sad to see that
Yeah,
she just was like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with none of y'all.
Right, right. Moochie more on that.
I kind of felt um I kind of felt bad. I felt bad for her, but I liked the fact that they had the relationship that they had, her and Michael Desiato.
Yeah.
But he knew once he saw the baseball what he was risking. That's why he took so long
Mm-hmm.
when he was rubbing that baby's head,
Yeah.
because he knew this was going to change everything. He
Yeah.
knew this was
Mm-hmm.
going to change everything because that truth was going to come out.
Right.
Right. Yeah. And he knew. I was just like, oh, it was such good writing. So I loved
Mm-hmm.
it. Now talking about the baby now, because Miss Fia's life then got blown to smithereens. She gives up her baby. We know that she doesn't want that mama to have nothing to do with that baby. And
Mm-hmm.
it felt like a pinch of revenge almost to the mom. Like I'm gonna hurt you. She's hurting herself, but I still felt like there was still some kind of hurtfulness that she was trying to impact on, but she did it to protect the baby. I
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it was all,
Yeah.
you know,
She
because
felt like all of y'all trash,
they were
all of y'all demons. I
right.
mean, I
But you know
love the
what?
conversations that she was going and having with the priest. I like the friendship they had. I felt like it was a little something happening there for a minute, but I guess not. But he was definitely able to talk to her in a way that none of the rest of them was able to, and she felt really comfortable with him. So I guess it makes sense that she went to him for him to help her to, with this decision that she made. But when that part came, I was like, oh my God, seriously? That's what she's doing? I'm like, wow, like she wasn't taking no chances, because I think if she wouldn't have did that, she definitely probably wasn't going to get rid of them. And, her mother may have even tried to say she's unstable or something and take the baby from her, because that part when she came in the room and she was holding the baby from her and they
Yes.
was telling her that she have to calm down first. I thought they was
Mm-hmm.
going to take the baby from her then, to be honest. So
Me
Exactly.
too. I did think that.
she may have also felt like, yeah, no, y'all not
Exactly.
going to get no type of,
Control over.
yeah.
Right. Absolutely. You feel the same way, Moochie?
Yeah, I was blindsided with her giving up the baby because she seemed like she loved that kid so much,
Yes.
and she
Yeah.
didn't want to do it. But you got to keep in mind she's young and she really don't want anything to do with them. So the
Mhm.
money's gone once she walks away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All
Yeah.
she got is that money that Michael Desiato gave her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying it like that, but I could be wrong. But you know what I how can I say it? Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't think he will, but I hope not. Miss T says she hoped the pastor doesn't tell Gina. See, that's why we need a season 3.
exactly because she might threaten him.
Hmm.
Oh, yes. And you know
She might threaten him.
she is not above it. So
Yes.
we will see. What's up, Brillo? Appreciate you
Hmm.
coming through. Yeah, I didn't see it. That's what I was saying with the subverting of the expectations. That was like major for me. Like I was just like, oh my God, you know how sometimes it's pretty predictable. You see how they
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you, I got at least 3 curveballs in there.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then Baby Rocco is just like a reminder about her brother
Yeah.
who was accidentally unalive
Hmm.
by
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
the father of her child. And so
Right.
that's a huge like kind of reminder that you got to keep doing
Absolutely.
that every day. You know what I'm saying? And then
Hmm.
the way she found out, I think
Right.
kind of like put the nail in the coffin on that whole thing. So
I was like we were talking about it a couple. I didn't even. I thought he actually told her at one time.
me too. You remember we was
Yeah,
on
we
the
was talking about that. Yeah.
Tamika, how do you feel? Do you feel like he alluded to it or it felt like he was either trying to get his courage up to tell her
Yeah,
or
I couldn't remember it specifically. I felt like he was trying to tell her one time and maybe he didn't get to, or he was alluding to it. And I was like, "Ooh, how's that gonna go?" And I think he never got, the chance or whatever. Well, obviously he didn't get the chance because Inga and Moochie at first on one of the lives we was doing was like, "No, he did so," but I could not
I
remember
thought he did. I had
him
to
definitely
apologize.
telling her. So then it was like later when we got some more of the episodes, we was like, "Oh no, he didn't tell her." So this is gonna be a shock to her. It's gonna be a shock to a lot of people to be finding this out, and then the fact that her family already knew about it because she's mad at him running to them, hugging Jimmy, then to find out later, like, so everybody knew but me. I'm the one
Right.
that was in the dark. That was a hard one, definitely.
Was. It definitely
Mm-mm.
was.
Yeah.
And what I think I want to end on is this whole Gina the fucking Baxter.
Mm.
No, that's not what I'm gonna end on. Oh, we
I
still have
couldn't
to go
stand
to,
her.
yeah, we have to go. We gotta hit Big Mo. We gotta hit Mo with her chess moves, her going to Jimmy, trying to
Mm-hmm.
sell the club, and he rejecting the offer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So she knew exactly what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, me and Moochie, we was like, yeah, we definitely think she knew exactly what she was doing. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I wonder if she knew that he was going to reject it. I wonder.
I didn't
I
feel
don't
like
think
she
she
knew.
knew.
Yeah, I didn't
That's what
feel
I'm
like
saying.
it.
But I mean, I'm so glad it played out the way it did. And Big Mo is one of them women that thinks really good on her feet.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like perfect. I was like, he set it up for you like just so good. I was just like, yes, it was just perfect for me. And her going back to Gina, telling her, put the battery in her back, and we about to get to Gina Baxter. This woman with her conniving self set her father up because her father said that women don't run,
Mm-hmm.
it's the men's. So
Mm-hmm.
heard that, it was like, damn, he shut me down. Then she was like, hold on, we're gonna have to hit what you say, hit two stones with one bowl almost.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So she manipulated her father to
Mm-hmm.
kill Jimmy to get
Mm-hmm.
two birds with one stone. I said, bitch,
Mm-hmm.
you was the villain of this story.
Absolutely.
And pulled the whole Karen.
I
Mm-hmm.
loved it. And then I was just like, and she did it so calculated. And she was just sitting up there looking at the cameras and looking at the moves. And I said, girl, you better be proud of yourself. You did that. But the one thing is that she called the police and the ambulance too soon because they
Mm-hmm.
were able to save him. So Jimmy is still alive, y'all. So if she didn't
I
call
knew it.
the
Me and
police
Moochie
that
literally, I think that was a part of a poll. I don't know, but I know we definitely discussed feeling as though Jimmy or Michael could have possibly been getting ready to
Died.
be out of
Yeah.
here from the way their dialogue was, the way he was trying to say he wanted to go legit. It is about the family and that whole thing. And we was like, it could go either way. And we was saying we could see something with her setting him up because obviously she was over him. She was telling him she wanted the divorce and all of
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. We seen the how her father was treating him, but at the same time, the father even seemed to be getting frustrated with her, where he was like, "No, a woman don't do that," and he was also like, "Well, why Jimmy not here? At the end of the day, he's still the head of the family. He's still your husband. You're still supposed to make it work." So he was kind of giving her the side eye with things, but then he fell into little okey doke as soon as she put them daggone crocodile tears on. I said, now come on, Pops, you're supposed to be smarter than that.
right.
So
But
she
that's
was
his
like playing
doing.
everybody, and then at the same time, Mo was making her moves and doing her plays. And so I said, child, that was interesting. We kind of called it, but I did think Jimmy wasn't gonna survive. So when his eyes opened, I'm like, really? Okay. And then seeing the
Right.
father in jail and seeing Olivia go to speak to him is like, is he now going to try to, rat? Or what's going to happen there? Because I know he pissed with her now. Like, this damn girl got me, like that was definitely very interesting.
Yes.
And
That
of
was
course now
just
Mo wanted to kind of give up the place because her girl done left her. Me and Moochie was saying like either the girl may have been taken out or she may just go ahead and
Yep.
bounce.
We
So
thought
she
she was
decided
gonna
to
die
bounce.
too
She
at
ain't
one
want no
time.
parts of that. Yeah. So once she didn't have her no more, I guess she didn't really see no sense of staying. And it's like she gave up so many things to one have her business, have that place, and think that the girl was gonna be there. She also talked about the history of her father and I think grandfather being at that place at one point. That's why she really wanted it. So, like I said, we could definitely dig deeper into her history and find out about her father, her grandfather, what's going on with her siblings. Like, it's so much stuff they could dig into with that. And I
Right.
did like that her and Little Mo had, came back together. I didn't get to speak about that part, but I remember even with that, the way the setup was, I was like, so is Little Mo about to join with the daggone cartel? Is he about to turn against us? He about to come with Chris? But then I felt like once he went and spoke to Chris and we seen them have that conversation, but they didn't show us the whole thing. It was like kind of came to my mind like, yeah, nah, at the end of the day, like you said, he deserved the punishment that he got because you got to show there's consequences for what you do.
Yeah.
She
I don't
deserves some
think
of the
I
blame
don't
too
think
because she
I don't
messed up
think
too.
that
We
was his
can't act like
fault.
she didn't. Huh?
Mm. Go ahead. No,
Moochie
no,
said
I'll
she don't
speak
think that,
after
that
you.
was
I'm sorry.
No, no,
no.
no.
It's
Oh, you okay? No, I was
Moochie said
just saying he did deserve consequences. I feel like she did too, and he called her out on hers because at the end of the day, you was supposed to be the boss, and you was all caught up, into this and pushing other things to the side. And had you not done that, we wouldn't have been in some of the trouble that we got in. And when it came down to the bottom of it, I was like, you know how it goes with your family. I could argue with my family and be like, oh, you this and you that and whatever and come at you. But if somebody else come, we ain't gonna have that. So I kind of felt like, yeah, no, he ain't gonna, side with Chris on this one. But so I was happy that they closed it up like that and them two came back together. But I was like, I'm glad that he did call her out on her stuff too, because she did make some mistakes. As much as I love her, that's definitely the queen, and I definitely want to see more of her.
right. Right. Go ahead, Moochie. You were saying that you didn't think that
I
he
didn't
was
think
responsible for.
I don't think he was responsible for it like that. I
Mm,
feel like she sent him down there because keep in mind the heroin the stuff they bought was cut
mm-hmm.
with fentanyl. And
Right.
being that it was cut with fentanyl, it was taking out people. So they had to get it off the street. So he was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, we don't have any product. And once he went and did that, he made a boss move, took the money and went down there, was about to pay for everything.
Right.
And then you like run it back so you could buy this place to impress the girl. And it was right when he said
The
Exactly.
girl that
he
left.
said when
Yeah.
he, his deep voice, I love his voice. He was like, wanted to impress your girlfriend. How did that go? I was like, oh shoot, because when he
Mhm.
said that,
Yes. And that was
he was
true.
like, it was right. He took he took what he took getting jumped out and all of that.
Hmm.
But I think it made her look like, how can I say it? I'm trying to put it into words. It made her look like a bad leader when she did what she did because like this is like her most faithful person and this is what she doing.
Right.
He was trying to make moves for the whole organization.
Yeah.
Nah, that was
Yeah.
Hmm.
foul.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then you
Yeah.
still got your money back. Eugene bought it back
Hmm.
and risked his life coming back.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. Absolutely.
So with all of that, with Gina making the chess moves, do you think that she will be the face? Do she think she's running it, or do you think she'll be running it behind Carlo? Will she make Carlo the face because they want a man, but she's really like the person that's like making the moves and all of that stuff? What do you think?
I the last picture said it all.
Yeah,
Wait,
she
read
was in
that
the front
way.
and he was
The
in the
last
back.
picture said it all. She was looking over her kingdom.
That's right. She's in
Homegirl
charge
was looking
now.
over her kingdom. She's in charge now.
Uh-huh. She got rid of the hubby and the daddy and
The
said,
the
I'm
the
taking
the,
over
the,
this.
Yeah. The father's gonna die in jail because he already looked like he got 1 foot in the grave. Mom was calling him the crypt keeper.
Right.
Yeah, he got 1 foot in the grave. Dude is about to nah.
Right. Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody, please like and subscribe to everybody's channel. Everything will be in the description box. Okay, y'all. But we family here. I see most of the people I know. So yes. Anyway, so anything else that y'all want to touch on before we jump into this segment called the writer's room, where we're going to be writing, or we're going to be having some ideas about the next season if we do get a season 3. Where do we want to go? So we're all going to take turns. If we were in the writer's room, what are some of the storylines we'd like to see? If you want to chime in on anything else that I didn't touch on, feel free to do it now.
Just that I was mad to see Michael getting dropped off at the daggone jail. I was like, what is this? Why is he having to go back to jail? I was not wanting that, but I was super, super, super happy that Eugene was able to get away, even though it may not have been the way that he wanted it to be. They still did find a way, and that was the most important thing to me. I kept saying, oh God, let Eugene catch a break. He's had it bad from the beginning. He's lost everything. He's been through all kind of craziness. At least let him get that. And so although Olivia ticked me off for most of this daggone season, I was happy to see her come through and say, I want to do right by this boy. She wanted to do right, Lee wanted to do right, and he was able to benefit. So that was A+ for that. But I was like, why is Michael being dropped off at this damn jail again?
That's the part I didn't understand. Like I thought
from the woman that said that she wanted to protect him.
Right.
No, she wanted to make sure he go to jail too. And he ain't kill a lady, so he ain't had nothing to do with taking out his wife. So I'm like, why is he going back in there? Is he going back to serve time, or is he going back? How can I say? Is he going back to? Wow.
For all the stuff that he did as a judge.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Faulty, you know what I'm saying? I think it was just basically that particular case that kind of really, I mean, I guess Olivia was like, well, you ain't helped me get the family.
Right. She just left him out there to dry, huh? Yeah, because when the cop came and said she was there to protect him, I was like, oh, okay, because she was kind of irking my nerves too. But then after the whole thing that happened with finding these crazy cops that was involved in all this stuff and what happened to his wife, she kind of started getting a different perspective. And I think she really gained some respect for him, that he got up there on that stand and, told the truth and all of that kind of stuff. And so when she said, I'm here to protect you, I'm like, okay, all right, girl, now you coming back to your senses. And then the next thing we know, we seeing her dropping him off by the jail. I'm like, girl, no, you're supposed to drive him somewhere else, not to the jail.
Right. So, right. But
that was interesting.
I feel like he was able to clear his conscience.
Yeah.
I felt like it even though he started out in jail, it felt like there was still an arc.
Yeah.
Where, he possibly have something to live for, where he felt like he didn't. But now, I mean, it feels a little different. So
yeah.
Anything else, Moochie, that we didn't touch on that you want to say? Let's talk about that epilogue, y'all. I said I was gonna play this damn song. Make it rain. I love it.
I was looking for it.
Oh, that was so good. I love that song.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I had looked it up because I was gonna play it, and I love just the whole. Did y'all like the way they wrapped up Mo? You like the way all of that stuff. So I thought they did good, and then kind of like just playing everybody's part. And honestly, they really can close it here. But I feel like I just want like a spinoff. Like it doesn't call Your Honor. We can have Big Mo pick up whatever, like Desire, whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that song was impressive. What about
Mm-hmm.
Charlie, the politician. We didn't get much of him this episode.
No, just him sitting in the courtroom. Charlie basically still gonna be up here. He got his
Yeah,
job. He got his things going.
he
Okay.
protected his
He
friend.
said, listen, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. I'm just over here
Yes, I'm here to
to
support.
see what's gonna happen. Right.
I'm here to support
Yes,
my.
it's on YouTube. It's called Make It
Mhm.
Rain. Do Make It Rain and write your honor, and it'll come right up. It's not
Okay.
a video. It's not a.
Mhm.
You can only just
Yeah,
see his
I
little.
really liked that. I liked when he walked in and she was like, no, go across the street. Then she said, wait, let me hear what you, and he started singing. I said, wait a minute now. Wait
That
a
was a
minute.
good
Break it
song
down.
too.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the writers' room, y'all. So if you had your, if you had your thing, if you wanted to write on season 3, what storylines? Like, I don't think, maybe not a season 3, maybe a spinoff. So let's pitch it. Where y'all want to go with it? Moochie, I'm gonna put you first because you and your theories, you be
Um,
on it.
as far as how I would spin it, we already know that Gina Baxter's in charge.
Mhm.
We're gonna see a trial with the father.
Oh
Is he
yeah.
gonna cooperate with the FBI? I,
Mhm.
Mm,
I ain't even get to Big Mo yet because I have so much for her because I want to have her having flashbacks about this backstory
yeah. With the
and
sister.
where we see the sister, we find out what happened to the other sibling, that why little Mo is with her, and I would want to see all of that. Um, I would want them to rekindle their relationship with her sister, and I want to, being that they got everything going through the ports.
Mhm.
Let's see the cartel get into it with the mob.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Do you think that we'll see in the spinoff? Will you see Eugene in the spinoff, or is his story completely wrapped up?
I will. I don't want them to bother this kid no more. So I would want his story to be wrapped up, but I would want
Mhm.
him to. I would want him. I would want him to come back later, like where we
Yeah.
see him as a successful adult,
Okay.
like like where we see him. He's in high school. Where we either see him in college or something like that, and he's being recognized for his academic work or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they know it's they. I would want her to see him excelling like that, and Big Mo sees that he's doing good with something like that, but they know it's him, but it's a different name.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Tamika? Where we going?
Um, uh, I don't
It
even know.
definitely got to
I agree
be.
with Moochie as far as the big Mo. I think we all kind of want to see that, just more of her family, of the backstory of who's this missing sibling, why her and her sister stopped speaking, and all that different kind of stuff. The relationship she has with little Mo, as far as Zagon Gia. Remember when Carlo went and he was talking to Fia and he was saying the way that they would take her out? I would like to see him end up taking her out. And when she don't even see it daggone coming. And Daddy, he could just die in jail. I guess if he wanted to tell whatever stories about them, he can. I'm not too sure what I would want to see happen with Jimmy. And who else is it? Maybe we could see a little bit of how Charlie is making out, and is he keeping it straight and narrow, or is he still trying to dip and dab into, other things? Is he actually fulfilling all these promises that he say that he want to do? And does Fia just move on and doing good where she's at, or does she have other thoughts later and say, well, let me go back and try to get my baby? I would be curious of those things.
Right. Right. For
True, I
me,
would want Adam Desiato to look for the baby. I mean, I'm saying Adam Michael. I mean, I'm
Michael.
sorry. I'm saying I want the dead boy. My bad, y'all.
Oh,
Yes.
Brazil. Hey.
Yeah. That is what I want to see. I want to see Jimmy's revenge. That is where because my thing was he really, really underestimated his wife. Like
Yes.
really made a huge mistake
And then
underestimating.
he was being cocky about it. That was the best decision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was a mess. I was just like, but yeah, now that he knows that, how Gina is playing, oh, that revenge is gonna be something good. So I see it because, like I said, I felt like he underestimated it, and
He
so
definitely, him and
now,
the father underestimated big time.
right, with hindsight being 2020, we can make some different change. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now I know who I'm dealing with now. So, I felt like he didn't really know who he was dealing with. Has to be more careful.
Yes. Absolutely.
I was sad that Big Mo lost her lady though. That was I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
But that whole when she flipped off, when she came and followed her to the club or something like that, like that was like the last. I was just like, damn, she was that fickle. Shit, I guess.
Yeah, she wasn't about that. Even when she was seeing her, getting ready to beat up little more, whatever, it was like, come on, that's your family and you can't be into that. And she kept saying to her, you know who I am, you know what you getting. Like, I never pretended to be anything else with you. And then pulling out the gun, and they could have almost shot her and all that different stuff. She wasn't about that. She was like, girl, I'm getting the heck up out of here. And I thought she was going to end up getting caught in the crossfires at one point. So I think it's better for her to walk away on her own than end up being taken out.
She knew that if they can't get her, they're going to get somebody close to her.
Right.
Kendall says, do you think that Olivia could get Jimmy to flip on Gina? Now she was at
He
that
might now. He might for the simple fact because of what she did.
Right.
If we find out that she's behind it, if let's say if okay, we still in the writers' room, I would want him to go Jimmy Baxter to go visit the father in jail, and then he find out that she masterminded where he got shot. But probably tell him don't do anything. I would want to hear that conversation though.
Right.
Definitely want to hear that conversation. Okay, so y'all, we are at the end. I'm gonna wrap it up, and really, I want all of the ladies to tell us what we're doing, what's next on your channel. Moochie is going live at 9:30. I do know that.
9:15. Yeah, 9:15. Godfather of Harlem. We talking about episode 9, y'all. We are kings.
All right, so they getting ready to wrap.
Tomorrow will be Snowfall.
That season. Okay. All right. What about you, Tamika? Oh my goodness, you do it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna be joining Moochie. Tomorrow we'll have Snowfall on her channel. Friday we'll have Love After Lockup on my channel. Sunday we doing Woman at Brewster Place. And then it just starts over again, y'all. Keep your notifications on. I'm trying to line up some new shows, and some of the shows that I finished, are having their season finales. And I've been kind of behind this past week, but I'm getting caught up.
Oh no, we were thinking about Yellow Jackets. How many
fans
do
we
have?
That too.
Yes. How many y'all
don't it tomorrow?
It's Friday.
Friday.
Midnight tomorrow.
Oh, well.
Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So I can't even keep up with it because there's so many shows and there's so many more I want to do. Yeah, I was doing all the Tyler Perry shows. They on break right now, but me and Just Call Me EJ are doing Zatima, and that one is kind of short, so it's a lot easier to do. And they drop 2 episodes a week, and it's only like 6 episodes or 8 episodes. But if it's anybody that's a Zatima fan, check us out.
Well, I will be covering Yellow Jackets. It's going in the place of Your Honor. So I did Your Honor. I usually do Your Honor on Mondays. I mean Tuesdays. So that's where we be going.
Okay. All right. Yep. So yeah, and I'm actually getting ready to film and drop my review for John Wick 4. Y'all is coming
All
to
right.
I
movie
want to see this.
theaters on Friday.
I
And
want
when
to see it
I tell
too.
you that movie is freaking awesome, please believe me. So yeah, so
Mhm.
that will be out tonight. So look forward to that. Like Tamika said, put your notification bells on. Make sure. Oh yes, we did. Did y'all see Swarm? I watched it.
I started it.
I didn't start it yet. I'm supposed
That
to
thing is
start it.
bugged out, boy. I'm
It
up to
is?
episode 3. It's bugged out.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Still on Moochie because it goes down in
Yeah.
that.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yes, definitely. So Swarm is a good one. I don't know if I don't should I say something? I think I was gonna do like just a video about just shows that I don't think people are watching that are really good.
Mhm.
So yeah, I might do a little something like that. But it's not gonna be a full review, but it's just gonna be like, let's put it on your radar. It's a hidden gem.
Mhm.
Okay. Shout out
Mhm.
to the hidden gems. All right, y'all. We are gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Nita, that's Moochie, and Tamika's Den down at the
Yeah. All right, y'all.
bottom. See y'all. Hold on. Gotta get my little outro.